Day 19, Fake Product Review Detection using NLP Techniques. In this project, we'll create a fake product review detection model using NLP, which is Natural Language Processing Techniques. The goal is to identify whether a given product review is genuine or fake based on its text content. We'll pre-process the reviews, vectorize the text using TF-IDF, and then train a classifier to predict if a review is fake. So let's get started. For this, I am going to use a data set that I have downloaded, and I will be providing this along with this project. So we have the review text and label here. So its review text just shows the text, and the label shows either is genuine or fake. So there you go. So we have our data set. It has a bunch of, I think it has around 5,000 rows. So that's good enough data for us. And let's start with our project. So first step, as usual, let's import the necessary libraries. We need pandas as PD for data manipulation and data frame creation. Next, we created the train test split, which splits the data set into training and testing sets. So we got it from sklearn.model selection. Next, we are using TF-IDF vectorizer, which converts text into numerical features by calculating term frequency inverse document frequency TF-IDF scores, which we are getting from sklearn.feature extraction. Next, we are getting the logistic regression, which is a simple classifier to predict whether a review is fake or genuine. It's coming from sklearn.linear model. Then we are getting the accuracy score and classification report, with these are the metrics to evaluate model performance coming from sklearn.metrics. So let's go and load the data set. I'm going to put my reviews.csv file here, but if you have another data set, you can use that. So first I will call the .read CSV file and read the file, which loads the data set into a data frame, and then replace this reviews.csv with the actual path of your data set. Next, display the first few rows. You can do that by saying print dataset sample df.head. Next, we are going to get the features and the target. Features are coming from df review text, since we have only review text, and let me scroll up. Since we only have review text and label, our feature will be review text and our target will be label. So X contains the text of the reviews, and the Y is the label column, which specifies whether the review is fake or genuine. Now let's split the data set into training and testing sets. We can do that by calling the train test split, give x, y, text size equal to 0.2, random state equal to 42, and stratify is y. Stratify kind of ensures that both classes fake and genuine are proportionally represented in the splits. We have test size of 20%, so our 20% of the data will be used for testing and 80% for training. Now let's go ahead and initialize the TF-IDF vectorizer. We can do that by calling TF-IDF vectorizer gives stop words English max df equal to 0.7, where stop word English removes common English stop words to focus on important words. It will remove words like and, if, that, the, all those easy words which are used quite a lot. And then max df is 0.7, ignores word that appear in more than 70% of the documents. If there's something that comes quite a lot, like food, since it's a review, it might have that review text over there. So that's why if it's a product review, it will say product, or dress. So it will probably ignore those words. Next thing that we will do is we'll take the vectorizer and say fit transform. This learns vocabulary from xtrain and transforms it into TF-IDF vector. Then we are going to do call the transform xtest. This transforms xtest to TF-IDF vectors using the vocabulary from xtrain. So that once we have that, next thing is to initialize the logistic regression classifier. We can do that by saying model logistic regression, and then this logistic regression initializes the logistic regression classifier suitable for binary classification task in our case. Next step is to train the model. So we can train the model by saying model.fit and pass it the xtrain TF-IDF that we created and ytrain. This trains the logistic regression model on the training data, learning the relationship between TF-IDF vectors and labels. So finally, let's make the predictions on the test set. We're going to say ypred model.predict and pass it the xtest TF-IDF. It uses the trained model to predict labels for test data, identifying whether reviews are fake or genuine. Now go ahead and let's evaluate this model. To evaluate the model, I'm going to use the accuracy score, pass it the ytest and ypred. This calculates the overall accuracy of the model. Next, we're going to do the classification report, which generates a detailed report with metrics like precision, recall, and F1 score for each class, fake and genuine. And go ahead and print the accuracy and finally the classification report. So this should display the accuracy and classification report to assess the model performance. Let's look at it. I'm going to save this, go back to my command prompt and make sure I'm in the right folder. Say python day19.py. It will run, and as you can see, we have the few reviews, first 5 reviews displayed here. Accuracy is pretty good, 1.0. Classification report, it shows pretty much high percentages because the data set is pretty much ideal right now. It can give you, it can tell you how well the precision is, recall, F1 score support. So you can try this out with your own data set and see if you get results like this. It's hardly ever that from the real data set you can get results like this, but this is pretty good case here. So this is how you can build a fake product review detection using NLP techniques. If you have any questions or had any issues following along, let me know and I'll get back to you.